What can consumers do about this at the point of purchase? What transparency mechanisms are there to inform us what we're eating if people choose to eat fish?
Great. And this is the kind of the comma. Here comes the good news. Because I have to be careful. To get people's attention, you sometimes harp on the problems. And this is what I love about Oceana, the book. It tells you scientifically what's going on, but it empowers you. This is a good news story. This does not have to end up the way we seem to be trending. We can turn it around. And it's hopeful, and it's empowering, and here's one of the things that you can do that'll make you feel empowered, which is become a smart consumer. And we're talking about public health here as well. The Bush administration's EPA had 1 out of 6. I think it's now 1 out of 10 women in this country have too much mercury in their system. And if they're of childbearing years, to safely give birth to a child without the risk of neurological damage. That's big. That's real important. And that comes mostly from the fish that you eat. And it mostly gets into our fish in this country from the coal-burning plants in the Midwest, or the chlorine plants that use mercury in the making of the chlorine molecule. Sifts, down into the water, gets into the gills of the little fish. It's water soluble, and by the time you're eating the big fish, the swordfish, the tuna, it has so much mercury in it that it's really not good for you. So become an informed consumer. You have the great Monterey Bay Aquarium Sea Watch. And it's even better than their cards that you can go online or have an app on your phone, and it'll give you up to date what is healthy and okay for you to eat. If you go to the supermarket, ask them, because by law in California, you have to post the FDA list of what's healthy for you to eat. Do it for yourself, do it for the fishery, do it for your kids. You're only supposed to have the equivalent of like a can of tuna a week at most, if you're a woman or a child. And that's what we used to eat to be healthy, to give our kids the healthy thing. We'd give them tuna. So educate yourself. You have a huge amount of power. Be embarrassed, and when you're at a restaurant, go, sorry, is this farm salmon? And if they say yes, go, sorry. If wild salmon, yes, but not farm salmon. Become educated, because you have a huge amount of power. The most important thing, and the reason why I wrote the book, the truth is you need to become an international activist. These problems are huge. You can do the consumer thing, and it's really smart and the right thing to do, and it makes you feel empowered. Most of these things are policy issues that are governmental and are worldwide. So how can you, do this in your busy, crazy day? For me, I have to offer you Oceana, oceana.org. Go online to oceana.org. Go to the part where you can become an e-activist. And they're called wave makers in our organization. You punch up, you click a button here and there, and you agree, even without paying any money, to become an e-activist. All of a sudden, something important happens in Chile or Spain or here in this country. We'll send you a blast, and you go, yes, I agree, and I will do this. And it was 60,000 of you who encouraged the West Coast fishing councils to put aside over 140,000 square miles of ocean floor to bottom trawling. No more bottom trawling in this sensitive area. And it came because of you. It's so out of sight, out of mind, ocean stuff. 1% of all the money raised in this country for environmental causes, 1% goes to marine issues. So when you show up en masse in an email, you literally change policy around the world, and it's the best feeling to not be overwhelmed by headlines and to know that you're doing something about it. Because literally, you will know in your grandchildren or children's lifetime whether you succeeded. And that's cool, that's exciting. That's not overwhelming or depressing. That's fun, that's exciting.